Tsinandali Estate, museum, garden and vineyards. Held by the Chavchavadze princely family since 1690, saw a true revival during Prince Alexander's reign. Tsinandali flourished, becoming a gateway for European culture and traditions, fostering music and poetry. It turned into a must-see destination for everyone visiting Georgia. From Duma to Pushkin, Tsinandali Estate has seen notable guests from all over the world. The history of European classical music in Georgia also started in Tsinandali, and the first ever grand piano in Georgia is still on display at the museum. Prince Alexander, founder of Georgian Romanticism and a military figure, was active in many fields of public life. He is remembered as a publisher reinventing the printing business in Georgia, and as the founder of modern Georgian winemaking, being the first to bottle Georgian wine and the first to age it in oak. His older daughter Nino was married to the Russian playwright and diplomat Alexander Griboyedov, and his second child, Ekaterina, became the last queen of Mingrelia. Even though it was almost completely ruined during the Shamil's assault in the mid-19th century, the estate was rebuilt and renovated to its former glory shortly thereafter, and it continued to serve as a cultural landmark throughout its history. Since 2007, Tsinandali Estate has been under the patronage of the Silk Road Group, a company with a diverse portfolio of activities.
George Ramishvili and his friend and business partner, Yerkin Tatishev, decided to rehabilitate the unkept and abandoned historic complex to its former glory, and to elevate it to a luxury tourist destination and cultural educational centre of international importance. The decision came upon them while visiting the estate in the fall of 2006, which still carried its charm and historic appeal.
From 2007 until now, Silk Road Group has rehabilitated Prince Alexander's estate and turned it into the most visited museum in Georgia. Under the supervision of Professor Ludwig Trausertel, it has restored the authentic appearance of the Tsinandali Park, the first English landscape garden in the country. It has restored the famous Tsinandali vineyards and winery, updating it with luxury state-of-the-art equipment. In 2016, Tsinandali Estate celebrated Prince Alexander's 230th birthday with a diverse range of wines, continuing the estate's tradition of coexistence between classical European and traditional Qvevri winemaking.
The Silk Road Group has also built the new 141-room Tsinandali Estate Radisson Collection Hotel,
adorning the site with the work of German light and interior designer Ingo Maurer,
New York-based architect John Fatiadis, Spanish-Mexican interior designers Christian Gabas and Damian Figueras, as well as much-beloved Georgian artist and sculptor Tamara Kvesitadze. The infrastructure embraces 2 restaurants, a Vinotech wine tasting bar, a spa, an outdoor infinity pool, conference and meeting rooms, and other facilities. An amphitheatre and theatre, fitting up to 1,200 and 600 guests respectively, also form part of the hotel complex. The project has been implemented with the support of the Partnership Fund, a state-owned investment institution.
In recent years, Tsinandali Estate has regularly hosted exhibitions, concerts, literary events and masterclasses. Among them, exhibitions by various prominent Georgian and foreign artists, including Salvador Dali, Pablo Picasso, Piet Mondrian, David Kakabadze and many more. Performances of classical music by Giron Kremer and Kremerata Baltica, Lisa Batiashvili, Khatia Buniatishvili, Joshua Bell, Sarah Alice Ott, Eliso Virsaladze, Quartet Didero, Philip Quint, and many others. On the 14th of September 2017, together with the legendary maestro Zubin Mehta, Khatia Buniatishvili and the Israeli Philharmonic Orchestra inaugurated the new amphitheatre, with a magnificent performance to the delight of the Georgian audience and international guests. This was also the preparatory concert for the Tsinandali International Festival of Classical Music, to be launched in 2019. Tsinandali Festival is a result of a successful partnership between the state and the private sector, the Georgian government and the Silk Road Group. The founders of the Tsinandali Festival include George Ramishvili, chairman of the board of the Silk Road Group,
Yerkin Tatishev,
Martin Engstrom, the founder of the famous Verbier Festival, and Avi Shoshani, the co-founder of the Verbier Festival and Secretary General of the Israeli Philharmonic Orchestra. Tsinandali Festival will be organized on the same principles as the Verbier Festival. It will have a highly qualified board of advisors comprised of Georgian and foreign artists and public figures. The Tsinandali Festival is planned to be held annually in September and will last for 17 days, with over 40 concerts in total. Part of the festival comprises a music academy, which will hold annual competitions for young musicians from different countries of the region, thus aiming to form a pan-Caucasian youth orchestra. It was from the Tsinandali estate that Catholicos Patriarch of all Georgia, Ilya II, announced the creation of the Green Georgia Fund, nationwide green initiative.
Tsinandali არის ზუსტად ეს ადგილი, საიდანაც ყოველთვის ჟღერდებოდა ქართული სიტყვა, ქართული მესიჯი. მე მგონი, რომ ეს ამ ფუნქციის სტარებას შეძლებს ეს განახლებული კომპლექსი, განახლებული ადგილი, განახლებული კულტურული და საგანმანათლებლო ცენტრი და ამის ყველა ნიშანი ჩვენ გაგვაჩნია.
Nowadays, thanks to the efforts of the Silk Road Group and its partners, the restored Alexander Chavchavadze House Museum, its historic park, new infrastructural and cultural projects continue to tell their story to future generations.
Well, you should have taken the public tonight. If I describe it as being wonderful, I can't exaggerate. But it was a fantastic public. And they love it from the beginning. Even the first modern piece they liked very much. Yeah. So I was very happy to be here.
Thank you so much.